Oh, guys, ladies and gentlemen, fans of Marvel culture everywhere, we have a casting rumor for Sue Storm that I really like. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much more. I'm your host Chris, and of course, as you are all very well aware, the rumors and excitement for the Fantastic Four casting has us almost at a similar feeling and vibe to that of the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer release date. If you guys recall, everybody was up in arms, a lot of excitement around when were we going to get the first trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home. Well, there's a similar air about the Fantastic Four casting for the MCU reboot, and Matt Shackman, who is the director for the Fantastic Four, was recently seen with Mila Kunis. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our other major movie and television news updates happening daily here on the channel. You can also follow me on my other socials, Instagram at Chris M. Rosser and Twitter at TheCultureChris. Links to both of those can be found in the description down below. So, Mila Kunis potentially playing Sue Storm. I thought about it, I soaked it in, and I love it. Actually, probably one of my favorite suggestions for Sue Storm that we've heard in the recent rumor mill. Now, we're not only going to be talking about Mila Kunis and her meeting with Matt Shackman, we're also going to be talking about an interview Matt Shackman had talking about the future of the Fantastic Four and the casting, kind of piecing some of those details together, and we're going to put the Mr. Fantastic rumors we have up against these Mila Kunis rumors and see how we're feeling about the team so far. So stick to the very end if you want all of those awesome updates. Also, as always, let me know who your casting rumors or who your dream cast for the Fantastic Four are. There have been tons of names thrown out there. What are you guys most excited about? For me, I'm actually pretty excited about the prospect of Mila Kunis playing Sue Storm. Now, it was just yesterday that photos of Mila Kunis and director of the Fantastic Four movie Matt Shackman were together, sparking all of the speculation that she might be up for the role of Sue Storm. Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four have been described as the big get roles of the year. A lot of actors have independently spoken up about their interest in playing this role, and many actors even further have spoken up about wanting to join the MCU, the big, huge family. Even Harrison Ford, who is joining the MCU now, when asked why was he interested in doing this at such a late age, said that every actor that comes out of there seems like they're having so much fun, I wanted a piece of that action. Well, that's exactly true for a lot of actors who want to have their name in the Marvel lights, and perhaps Mila Kunis is no exception. Having them seen together in public discussing potentially her future with the MCU, whereas he's in charge of the Fantastic Four, you would only expect that somebody at the acting caliber and name recognition of Mila Kunis would be playing a front-titled character like Sue Storm. That would be the expectation if somebody were to hire somebody as well known as Mila Kunis to that role. Now, together with that, we have to wonder, would she be a good fit? And here's the reason why I would be so excited for that. I truly feel like Sue Storm is a very strong, independent woman. That's why so many people were excited about the idea of having Emily Blunt, John Krasinski's wife, play Sue Storm. She's a very strong and independent woman. But Mila Kunis over the years has proven herself to be exactly that. Strong, independent, capable, with the appropriate amount of sass and humor to bring a very important role to life in the MCU. I would be very happy if they decided to hand this role to her. And the pair's Hollywood meeting comes days after what Shackman had just said in an interview. As I mentioned, we were going to go over. This is what he had to say, confirming that they are still in early process of finding their lead Fantastic Four. All the cast stuff you see is just rumors. We are early in our process there. We have nothing to announce right now, and certainly when we do, we'll let you know. So, just a couple of days ago, Matt Shackman, the director, said all of the rumors are just chatter. We are still in the early process of discovering who are our Fantastic Four. Now, I really wouldn't put it past Marvel for this to be an entire insane stunt to try to set us off the trail or the path of who we think might be playing anybody in the Fantastic Four, as very clearly they want this to be a huge surprise, a major announcement, which will all feed into marketing and overall success of the Fantastic Four joining the MCU. But we just can't help but try to wiggle our way in and figure it out. It is really exciting stuff. The Fantastic Four are Marvel's first family. So based off of what Matt Shackman has said, which clearly he's not going to come out and say anything contrary to what Marvel wants him to say, but based off of that, if we can assume that's real, they're still in the process of finding out who they want to play what roles. So seeing the two of them together very naturally would make us all feel like, oh my gosh, he's looking for Sue Storm. Now, Mila Kunis is not the only person who has recently had a lot of traction thrown around the idea of being one of the core four of the Fantastic Four. In fact, Dave Patel has recently been thrown out many times by many insiders as the frontrunner for Mr. Fantastic. And if we have Dave Patel, Mila Kunis, well, we're building what we could believe to be our arsenal. Now, we always have to keep in mind, and it's never fun to say, take it with a grain of salt, but all of these rumors are exactly that at the moment. Rumors. There's a lot of stirring and excitement around maybe if we get a reveal or a tease or a hint of the Fantastic Four in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, or at the very least in a post-credit scene. But if they don't have the cast together yet, which is what we've been told, and potentially meeting with directors out in public could be a sign that they're still working on that, we have lots of questions still to ask in that respect. But keep in mind, the Fantastic Four hits theaters February 14th, 2025. That's still 2 years away, with the beginning of filming starting early 2023. So I actually do wholeheartedly believe they are still in that casting phase. They're trying to figure out the story to a T, then they're trying to figure out the roles to fit the part and how the Fantastic Four aren't only going to fit in the MCU, but in my opinion, probably run the MCU for a while. Now by this I mean the entire MCU was on the back of the Avengers throughout the entire Infinity Saga, and although the Avengers will still be there, it seems to me like perhaps Marvel's going to shift the main center of the MCU to the Fantastic Four for a little bit, and then eventually on the back of the mutants, in what many have called the Mutant Saga coming up after the Multiverse Saga. We already had our first introduction to A. Reed Richards in the MCU through John Krasinski in the 838 universe during Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and those were very exciting moments, very brief moments, because he became a bag of spaghetti very shortly after that. But the new Reed Richards from our sacred timeline will also bring similar excitement. And the Sue Storm, the Thing, and of course, Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. If you haven't already, let me know your fan casting in the comments section down below. Don't forget to like the video if you went on to enjoy it, and consider subscribing, turning on that notification bell. I'll catch all of you lovely people in the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.